So, what exactly is humility? In his famous chapter on pride, which he entitles The Great Sin, C.S. Lewis concludes with the following confession. I wish I had got a bit further with humility myself. If I had, I could probably tell you more about the relief, the comfort, of taking the fancy dress off, getting rid of the false self, with all its look at me and aren't I a good boy, and all its posing and posturing. To get even near it, even for a moment, is like a drink of water to a man in a desert. If anyone would like to acquire humility, I can, I think, tell him the first step. The first step is to realize that one is proud, and a biggest step, too. At least nothing whatever can be done before it. If you think you are not conceited, it means you are very conceited indeed. If anyone could give us a hint of what pride actually is, and also how to become humble, it might be C.S. Lewis, arguably the greatest Christian intellect of the 20th century. He warns that the proud can't know God, being in the complete anti-God state of mind. Yet his only advice in ridding ourselves of pride is to admit that we're proud. Now what? His advice seems reasonable, at least to get us started, for no one can rightly claim to be entirely and permanently free of pride. Yet there must be more. If our only strategy in this mortal combat is to admit that we're losing, how can we ever hope to overcome? And how can we grow in humility if, by definition, we can never know we're the least bit free of our pride? Would the God of hope leave us in such a hopeless place with no way to free ourselves of pride? His nature implies otherwise. We can do better than this. We must. There's no reasonable alternative. Since God has commanded us to humble ourselves, he is willing to show us what humility is and enable us in some fashion or other to begin to try to obey him.